the Knights Templar. Even the name evokes mystery and intrigue. These warrior monks, clad in white mantles adorned with a red cross, have captivated imaginations for centuries. Their story is a tapestry woven with threads of piety, warfare, and tragedy. From their humble beginnings as protectors of pilgrims in the Holy Land to their dramatic downfall amidst accusations of heresy, the Templars left an indelible mark on history. But their story is not merely one of historical record. The Templars have also become the subject of countless legends and myths. Whispers of hidden treasures, secret societies, and occult rituals have clung to their name like shadows. Let's explore this dark chapter in history. In the early 12th century, the Holy Land was a place of both immense religious significance and considerable danger. Pilgrims journeyed from across Europe to visit sacred sites, but their travels were often perilous. Bandits and raiders preyed on the faithful, making the pilgrimage a risky undertaking. It was in this context that the Knights Templar emerged. Founded in 1119, the Knights Templar was initially a small order of knights dedicated to protecting Christian pilgrims traveling to Jerusalem. Their headquarters were established on the Temple Mount, believed to be the site of Solomon's Temple, hence their name, the Poor Fellow Soldiers of Christ, and of the Temple of Solomon, or more simply, the Knights Templar. The Templars quickly gained recognition for their courage, discipline, and unwavering devotion to their mission. They were fierce warriors, skilled in combat and strategy, but they were also deeply religious men, bound by vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. Their dual role as holy warriors set them apart from other knightly orders and contributed to their growing influence. Their commitment to protecting pilgrims resonated with the papacy and European monarchs. Donations poured in, and the Templars grew in wealth and power. They established a network of commanderies across Europe, which served as administrative and economic centers. This wealth would later become a source of envy and suspicion, contributing to their eventual downfall. But in these early years, the Templars were a symbol of Christian piety and military strength, their reputation preceding them throughout the Holy Land and beyond. The Knights Templar enjoyed a complex and often tumultuous relationship with the Church. Their early years were marked by papal support and favor. Pope Innocent II granted the Templars special privileges, exempting them from local laws and taxes. He also allowed them to build their own churches and cemeteries, further solidifying their autonomy and power. This close relationship with the papacy proved immensely beneficial for the Templars. It allowed them to operate with a degree of independence that was unusual for a religious order. They answered directly to the Pope, bypassing local bishops and rulers. This freedom enabled them to amass wealth and influence, becoming a significant force in both religious and secular affairs. However, this very autonomy also sowed the seeds of future conflict. As the Templars grew in power and wealth, they attracted envy and suspicion. Their military prowess made them valuable allies, but also potential rivals. Their vast financial resources, accumulated through donations and tax-free business dealings, made them a target for greedy monarchs. The seeds of their downfall were sown in the very factors that contributed to their rise. The complex relationship between the Templars and the Church ultimately proved to be a double-edged sword. While papal support fueled their early success, it also made them vulnerable to the shifting political winds of the 14th century. When King Philip IV of France, driven by envy and greed, sought to eliminate the Templars, he found a willing accomplice in Pope Clement V. The Church that had once championed the Knights Templar would ultimately play a key role in their destruction. The downfall of the Knights Templar was as swift as it was brutal. In 1307, King Philip IV of France, deeply in debt to the Templars and envious of their wealth and power, orchestrated a campaign of accusations and persecution against the order. Charges of heresy, blasphemy, and immorality were leveled against the Templars, accusations that were often based on coerced confessions extracted through torture. Pope Clement V, under pressure from Philip IV, reluctantly agreed to support the suppression of the Templars. He issued papal bulls ordering the arrest of Templar knights throughout Europe and the seizure of their assets. The arrests were carried out with ruthless efficiency. On October 13, 1307, including the Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, on charges of heresy, sacrilege, and Satanism. Under torture, Molay and other Templars confessed and were burned at the stake. The trials of the Templars were a travesty of justice. The accusations were often vague and unsubstantiated, and the Templars were denied due process. Many confessed under torture. Despite the lack of credible evidence, public opinion turned against the Templars, fueled by the king's propaganda and the church's condemnation. In 1312, Pope Clement V officially dissolved the Templar order. Their assets were seized, their leaders executed, and their legacy tarnished by accusations of heresy and depravity. The once proud Knights Templar, heroes of the Crusades and protectors of the Holy Land, were reduced to a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of power and the capricious nature of fate. Despite their dramatic downfall, the Knights Templar never truly vanished from public consciousness. Instead, they transitioned from historical figures to subjects of myth and legend. Whispers of their survival, hidden treasures, and secret knowledge have echoed through the centuries, fueling speculation and intrigue. One such legend theorizes the Knights Templar found the treasure of King Solomon deep underground beneath Temple Mount. Along with ancient knowledge the Church wanted to suppress, the Templars used this knowledge to blackmail the Pope, gaining immense power in the process. Another enduring theory suggests that the Templars did not disappear, but instead went underground, their order surviving in secrecy. Some believe they found refuge in other organizations such as the Freemasons or the Rosicrucians, passing down their traditions and secrets to these groups. Others claim the Templars fled to Scotland, where they aided Robert the Bruce in his fight for independence, their heraldic symbols later incorporated into Scottish Freemasonry. The myth of Templar treasure is another enduring aspect of their legend. Stories abound of vast riches hidden by the Templars before their demise, perhaps stashed away in secret vaults or buried beneath historic landmarks. These tales have inspired countless treasure hunts and fueled speculation about the true extent of Templar wealth. The Knights Templar, once protectors of the Holy Land and a powerful force in medieval Europe, met a tragic and controversial end. Their story is a cautionary tale of power, betrayal, and the manipulation of faith for political gain. Yet despite their downfall, the Templars left an indelible mark on history, their legacy enduring through myth, legend, and popular imagination. And their story continues to fascinate us because it represents a unique blend of historical fact and enduring mystery. The Templars were real people, their lives documented in historical records, their exploits celebrated and debated by scholars. Their legacy serves as a reminder that history is not static but a dynamic, evolving narrative constantly reshaped by new discoveries.